Women play an important role in shaping society, from nurturing the youngest members to guiding adults. As caregivers, they often serve as the first educators, instilling values and skills in children that last a lifetime. The influence of women extends beyond the home as they contribute significantly to various sectors such as education, healthcare, and business. Women are also key figures in community development, fostering social cohesion and advocating for social justice. Women leadership and resilience inspire future generations, breaking down barriers and challenging stereotypes. Welcome to 30 Minutes. I am Lydia, Samson, and our focus today is on the pivotal role of women across sectors in the country. Now, I am a woman, a wife, a mother, a journalist, and a sister. And like all women, I play various roles in the society. The role of women in influencing decision and developments cannot be denied. I interface with women who are contributing to social, economic, and political advancements to get their diverse perspectives and experiences on how they enrich discussions, fostering more inclusive and equitable solutions. Well, I will not reveal it all now. Just watch and understand the crucial role of women in this beloved country of ours. In today's progressive society, women have broken down barriers, venturing into every profession imaginable, from astronauts to surgeons, from entrepreneurs to engineers, oil and gas executives and journalists. Women are making their impact. The notion that certain fields are off limits to women is now outdated. With equal opportunities and support, women are excelling in traditionally male-dominated industries. This shift not only empowers women, but also enriches the workforce with diverse perspectives and talents.
You have the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment. You heard her speak. She was very stoic, but very experienced. She had come from a background of working in PEBEC, which is the Presidential Business Enabling Initiative space. Many years of experience doing that and pushing the reform agenda. And then coming out to say Nigeria is open for business. So yes, Nigeria is open for business, but it has to be open for business, including women. A lot of the conversation was dominated by men. We've come a long way from that to now where we have women on panels, women as sponsors, women as speakers, to today where we have a day dedicated for women. So we've really come a long way, and I think in advocating but also showcasing the power that women can play.
As a result, there is no profession that women cannot pursue, opening doors to endless possibilities and opportunities for growth and success. Equality in the workplace is now a tangible reality for many women.
Intentional actions to ensure that parties are structured in such a way that women take positions in the parties. Let's start from the parties. A party where you find that there's only woman leader and then one other woman as a token is unacceptable. The political parties must be gender sensitive and not gender blind. Most of them are very gender blind. There's so much selfishness and greed on the part of the men, and they don't even want women to come near. For God's sakes, we are all stakeholders in this thing called politics. Women cannot be left out. And when women are in positions and in positions of decision making, you will see that the difference is very clear. Look at Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Look at Amina Mohammed. How come they are doing well in the international space? How come Nigerian women are not given the opportunity to do well at home?
And women, even though they are facing, domestic violence in their homes, they don't come out to say it freely because of either a religion or fear of, being intimidated to start as if they are impatient and all of that. So women were just suffering, where they are. But, with the trend of events and, women started, crying out and being encouraged, to speak forth.
Women's group contribute to community development through social welfare programs, peace building and conflict resolution. Women mediate conflicts in communities, especially in areas affected by insurgency and communal violence.
Women are being suppressed, and we don't want that. We want our voice to be known. Not that we're trying to raise shoulder with them. No, they are the men. They are the men, So we just want them to know that sometimes they should listen to our voices, because we have a lot to put on the table.
A woman is very important in the society because we have the community to take care of in the home front. Using myself as an example, as a wife of a police officer, my husband will be on transfer in a faraway state. I am in Abuja, he's far in the east. I have to cater for the children, their school, their health, everything concerning home is rests on my shoulder. I have my head, I have my shoulder. I carry them along. Same goes to every woman.
Ironically, despite significant strides in breaking barriers, women continue to face substantial challenges that hinders their full potentials. Some of these challenges are societal norms and bias, often limiting women's opportunities in the workforce and leadership roles. Additionally, women frequently bear the brunt of caregiving responsibilities, impacting their career advancement.
Women need to be sitting at the table to tell their own story, to tell how they see the problem, to tell what should be done for them. Even if a man is sitting at that table, he may not necessarily know exactly how this woman is feeling, how she's facing the problems.
We are happy we are being recognized, but that will not stop there. We want to be recognized all over. We want to recognize in all ramifications of life, as far as activities or whatever participation is concerned, especially politically, and then when it comes to also empowerment. We need to be empowered so that at the end of the day, our families will stand firm. The society will stand firm. And women are known for that. Women are active. We are very active. So once we are supported, we'll be there.
So it is very important that we take the education of our girls, the empowerment of our women, and economic empowerment of women is crucial to our nation building. We keep crying about opportunities. We're not saying that men and women are equal. At creation, God created us different, but equal opportunity is what we are saying. Let there be a level playing ground where the woman or the girl is not coming on that stage already disadvantaged. She's coming on the stage with the assurance that whatever ability she has will be allowed to flourish, and when she deserves certain accolade, it is given to her.
Sometimes economic disparities and lack of representation in decision-making positions further exacerbate these issues. Experts say until these systemic barriers are addressed, women will continue to face obstacles in realizing their full potentials, underscoring the need for ongoing efforts to promote equality and inclusivity. Change, they insist, requires sustained commitment to dismantle these entrenched obstacles. The agreement that women play a pivotal role in influencing decisions and developments across society while contributing significantly to social, economic, and political advancement is inherent because women's diverse perspectives and experiences enrich discussions, fostering more inclusive and equitable solutions. In leadership positions, women often bring a unique collaborative approach, promoting dialogue and cooperation that can lead to more sustainable outcomes.
Addressing these challenges requires a collective effort from government, businesses, civil society, and individuals to create an inclusive and equal society where women can thrive.
The head of state should, be personally involved in women's representation, women's access to resources, women's access to services. If there's that strong political will by the head of states, other people are going to shift, and we are going to witness how the lion of Africa.
The way we have to team up together, we have to come together and speak out. Speaking out is one of the things that will bring us out. Not just speaking out, but we have to show them by action. What action are we going to show them? We have to show them by supporting, teaming up ourselves, bringing ourselves together. Women are known for that, but we have to increase our actions towards that so that the men also can see that, yes, women can do it. We can do it. Whatever a man can do, a woman can even do it better. It's not just a saying, it's a fact. We have been demonstrating it and women, the world have been seeing it. So we want to be there.
If a woman is not properly prepared to execute those responsibilities, the society suffers, and by extension, the nation will suffer. And that is why you see when we gather and talk about women should be empowered, women should be educated, women should be given opportunities. We are saying that from the background of the information that we have concerning women and the role that they play in nation building.
In the workforce, women's participation has become instrumental in driving economic growth and innovation. Women's presence in STEM fields, for instance, has introduced fresh insight, helping to address complex challenges with creative solutions. Moreover, women's advocacy for social justice and human rights has been a driving force behind many reforms, pushing for equality and fairness in education, healthcare, and legal systems. This is because, as role models, women inspire future generations to pursue their dreams and challenge societal norms. Key players are emphatic that by recognizing and supporting the contributions of women, the world can build a more balanced and progressive society where everyone can have the opportunity to thrive. A second report by Thomas OGBETERE'S looks at why every year on March 8, the world comes together to commemorate International Women's Day. How is it impacting the global celebration of women's achievements across social, economic, cultural, and political spheres? Is the acknowledgement putting out the right or wrong perceptions about women? He takes a look at the fact that despite significant progress, challenges persist. Thomas, it's over to you.
As the world celebrates International Women's Day annually on March 8, individuals, organizations, and government often come together to reflect on the progress made so far towards gender equality and the challenges that women face and the ones still persisting. In a bid to understand the significance of the day and the way forward, 30 Minutes spoke with 50-year-old legal practitioner Obi Agwancha and others who shared their insights on the importance of empowering women and promoting gender parity.
It is a day that is recognized to create public awareness for gender equality. It is a day to remind everyone the right and the position the women all over the world needs.
It gives us opportunity, women, to also look at the social, economic, political, cultural achievements and to look at the problems and look at the way forward.
One of the significance of International Women's Day is a day whereby we celebrate women who are doing great in every sphere of influence,
in order to empower women and to help them understand that there's so much out there for a girl child. There's so much out there for women, and that, it also goes to, they should also help women learn to, build their self-confidence and their self-esteem, that, nothing should hold you back as a woman, that you can achieve whatever height you want to achieve.
Time to reflect and see how far we've come. We have a whole lot of women doing well in their various sector, in the various fields. It's a time to pat ourselves at the back and say, as a woman, You have done a job well done being a woman, being a mother, being a teacher.
According to our respondents, International Women's Day always serves as a powerful reminder of women's contribution across all sectors, challenging outdated stereotypes and biases that limit women's potentials. It also amplifies the conversation on gender equality, drawing attention to systemic issues such as discrimination, unequal pay, and gender-based violence.
In this day and age, you will see a woman that is not having the same opportunity as a man. You will see a doctor in the same rank, in the same position as a woman. They will pay the man more than the woman. There are some things, positions that they will tell you face, oh no, a woman can't handle this. Women face sexual harassment.
Women are supposed to be given free access to education. You don't push them aside because they are women, and you feel that at the end of the day, women are supposed to be seen and they are supposed to be heard. Women are not just supposed to be seen, but they are supposed to be seen and heard.
However, they believe, despite the progress made, women continue to face significant challenges, including outright discrimination, gender-based violence, economic inequality, limited access to education, and underrepresentation in leadership roles.
Economically, socially, traditionally, politically, women are still marginalized. Not only in Nigeria, all over the world. Well, do you know why Hillary Clinton didn't become president? Because she's a woman. Kamala Harris, she did very well. I followed her election. But is she the president today? Because of her gender. Let's come back home. How many governors have we produced in Nigeria? Viji Atiaba was an accidental governor. The highest they'll give you is spare parts, deputy governor.
And this is the reason why we celebrate women who are doing excellently well on International Women's Day, so that we can tell other people who are coming up, we can encourage them, we can tell them to strive more, to even become more educative, go for their masters, go for their PhD, and in fact even get a second degree and all of that. So limited access to education, and again limited access to health care.
So a woman should be allowed to rise to the highest point without fear of judgment or get let down by the male gender. A woman should be able to rise to her highest level in wherever she finds herself. Even in the Senate, a woman should be allowed to become the Senate president, not just the male gender. A woman should be allowed to become the Senate president. A woman should be allowed to become the Speaker of the House of Assembly. A woman should be allowed to lead.
When a woman wants to come out for a particular position in the country, there is always a fight to that. And for the fact she's a woman, many people, majority, will not advocate for her just simply because she is a woman.
For example, in the Senate, there are less than 5 women taking up Senate seats. And that doesn't make sense, because if women are taking up about half of the population, or even more, because in some countries there are more women than men, how is it that in leadership positions, for example the Senate, women are not even making up to 50% of the seats in that regard? That means that when it comes to making laws and executing them in the country, they are not going to favor women, they are not going to address women's issues, and they're going to be very ignorant of very prevalent gender-based issues in the country.
In terms of how women get money and all, you find out that most of the people that have money today are mostly the men, and then women are not really counted, and then there's these inequalities. And then in terms of when they're trying to see how they are going to pay a woman, maybe she's working for an organization or so, you find out that the man earns more higher than the woman.
Economic inequalities, limited education, and underrepresentation in leadership roles. They also face some challenges in regions, such as challenges involving cultural norms.
In some families, whereby the first daughter is the senior. If they want to maybe ask for something, ask for an advice or something, they will go and be asking the junior ones because he's a boy. Because they have this adage that women don't know anything. They don't know anything. So they just prefer going to the guys and ask questions. So we don't want that.
To proactively address these challenges, experts are advocating multifaceted approach, including policy reforms, educational initiatives, economic empowerment, continuous advocacy, and collaboration among government, civil societies, and individuals.
Create that awareness. Let people know, both male and female, let people know why women need same equal opportunities, same equal payments, same equal treatment.
They say 35% affirmative in election. How many do we have now? Like I just mentioned, 4 senators. Give them slots and make sure you give them slots. No man, because election in Nigeria is expensive and the women don't have the money to contest or compete effectively with their male counterparts. So we have to address it.
Awareness, trying to sensitize the community, the society, and it has to start with families first, because you have to train your girl child to be able to stand up for herself right from when she's little, to come out and, okay, I can actually speak on this. So the awareness, continuous awareness is important for society to know that women need to be heard. Then secondly, they have to give women room to speak up. When you are raped, when we are abused, when you come out and speak, they will shut you down. And society will put a stigma on you. So that should be removed.
Inspiring examples of women abound in Nigeria who have excelled to become global leaders, like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, the first African woman to lead the World Trade Organization, has been a trailblazer in global economic leadership. Similarly, Amina J. Mohammed, Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, has spearheaded climate actions and sustainable development initiatives. Also, across Africa, women are making their impacts.
Nothing limiting you as a girl child. And we need to come to that, we need to come to that point in our life where we tell ourselves that there should be nothing to limit us to be able to do whatever we want to do. And then someone else I also admire so much is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. I mean, she reached the world level, and her reformation has helped, the economic development of the society. It's not usually so easy for a woman to be able to reach that world level economically, because I know that most times the men are usually the ones at the top level. And
as the world embraces the future, it is clear that accelerating progress towards gender equality requires collective commitment and action. Therefore, individuals, organizations, and governments, experts insist, must work together to create a more inclusive, just, and equitable society for all.
Women are just women haters. Let me call it what it is. I always ask them questions when I attend meetings. Why can't you vote for your gender? Why do you have only 4 senators in the 10th Assembly? It's even better than 9. I think 9, they had about 7. Now we have 4. And so legislation is important, but who will make the laws? Men.
In the words of one of the respondents, the key is to move beyond symbolism and into sustained action. This can only be achieved through following up policy decisions that deepens accountability, measures community engagement, education, and mentorship.
I think the way forward is for more women to take up seats in the House of Representatives and House of Senate. In fact, I can even say let it be 50%, let them be 50% women. And I want to at least see 15 women taking up governorship positions in the next election. That would make a lot of sense.
And then early marriage. Most of the young girls that should be in school are not in school. I will actually say that educational inequalities, like most of the people that are educated are the men, and then they don't put the women out there.
As the world celebrates another International Women's Day, It is pertinent to escalate the empowering of women and promoting gender parity as collective responsibility, working together to create a brighter future where no one, irrespective of gender, is oppressed.
Key players are unanimous that by balancing family responsibilities with professional pursuits, women demonstrate remarkable adaptability and strength. Their contributions enrich society culturally, economically, and socially, making them indispensable pillars of community and family life. As society continues to evolve, the importance of the role of women in the mix continues to grow, highlighting their enduring impact on our collective future. Similarly, by fostering equality and inclusivity, communities can unlock women's full potential, driving social and economic progress for a brighter future. Please take a minute to appreciate the women in your life once in a while. We should not always wait for March 8th to do that. Stay safe and see you all next time. I'm Lydia Samson.